Hey guys, welcome back to another RayderTology video. I can't really say that with much enthusiasm as I have only 7 of the Sweet 16 teams correct. I could only get a maximum of 3 Elite 8 teams and 2 Final Four teams, as my national championship has in the first 2 rounds been completely screwed, as Sparty lost to Syracuse, and in the most amazing upset in NCAA tournament history, my national champion, Virginia Cavaliers, have lost to UMBC Retrievers. I almost said UNC Wilmington. I have no clue why. But, so I've seen a lot of guys, they've been having these second chance tournament videos, and so I'm going to kind of do one, but keeping the same Final Four teams that I can. That way it's not a true, oh, give me a mulligan, let me redo this all. So I'm going to keep West Virginia into my Final Four, and Gonzaga into my Final Four, because my Final Four was West Virginia, Gonzaga, Michigan State, and Virginia, with Virginia winning it all over Michigan State. So that's for consistency's sake. My best call was Loyola going all the way to the Sweet 16 by beating Tennessee and Miami, which they did, both on buzzer beaters. They go up against Nevada, and I don't know why, but Nevada hasn't exactly dominated their games. They've actually kind of been dominated and then came back, and I don't know how many times you can go down and come back. And it just feels like Loyola has played more consistently, so I'm going to give this to Loyola. Loyola moves on to the Elite Eight. They're going to take on Kentucky, who I think is a matchup problem down low for Kansas State. Michigan and Texas A&M. I'm going to take Texas A&M, who I think has the better down low presence. And I mean, I've watched. I think Texas A&M is the only game I've actually watched both games that they played, because they happened to be early enough to where I wasn't at work. And I have been absolutely impressed by how they've played, especially down low in the paint. And over here in the Midwest region, I got Clemson, Kansas. I'm going to take Kansas to beat Clemson, even though Bill Self calling out his team and saying his team, that nobody's scared of them, that their team's not as good as he hoped. Or he said that earlier in the season. Maybe that was to spark momentum, but when you call out your team, I mean, I just don't like that. And again, another person who said this was the worst team he's ever had was Jim Boeheim. This is probably the greatest coaching job he's ever done, but he's got Duke. Duke's owned Syracuse. They won by like 20 the last time they played. And I think when you're blown out one time, you're probably going to get blown out again. So I'm going to take Duke to beat Syracuse. Leading the battle of the Blue Bloods here between Duke and Kansas. I'm going to take Duke to knock off Kansas. I like Bagley. And then over here, West Virginia and Duke. This is where I'm going to switch this up, because I only had West Virginia going to the Final Four, and since there are 5, and I don't like the idea of 5 seeds winning, because it's never happened. And I like to pick trends that have happened, so here I'm going to take Duke to go into the national championship game to play the winner of Kentucky Loyola. Here I think Loyola's run ends, unfortunately, but hey, you never know. Kentucky Gonzaga I'm gonna take Gonzaga. I don't like a freshman-led team, and that's what Kentucky kind of is. And I'm gonna go with, and then my national champion Duke, Gonzaga. You know what? I'm gonna give in this time, and I'm gonna take Duke. Disgustingly, I'm gonna take Duke. Hopefully, I'm wrong. Hopefully it's Loyola. And since I picked Duke, and I've been wrong so many times, hey, who knows? Call your bookie up. Tell them Florida State's going to win the national championship because I didn't pick them. So I mean, I don't know. This entire tournament has been kind of like the first 2 days of spring here in central Pennsylvania. Completely unpredictable, completely wild. We just went from 50 degrees to 6 inches of snow in about a day and a half. So, hey, go Loyola. And until next time, guys, this has been my mulligan or second chance bracket. And until next time, guys, see you later.